This is a pawnbroker with a difference.
It's actually in excess of 120,000.
Do you know what sort of money you're looking for?
Thousands. Earning a fortune from luxury goods.
Supercars, jewellery, watches, fine wines, art, almost anything of value. If it's expensive, we want it.
Owned by some of Britain's wealthiest clients.
God, that is stunning.
With shops in London's jewellery district.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And Surrey's well-heeled commuter belt. Where assets are plentiful, but cash can be in short supply.
We were making an offer of 90,000.
God.
This time, a guitar with A-list credentials.
I've been really privileged to work with some of the best artists in the world.
A bag habit to break.
What I do need to do is stop buying handbags.
And will James's search for the next deal on four wheels
Have some of that.
prove a step too far?
If they were absolutely mint, I'll be on them straight away.
Welcome to the world of Posh Pawn. Pawnbrokers agree over 2 million loans a year in the UK alone.
Hello.
The item will be worth 90 grand.
Yay!
Entrepreneur James Constantinou can sense a good deal.
Sex on wheels, isn't it? Knowledge is definitely power, but a lot of my deals are done on pure gut instinct. So go on, mate. And that is essential in this business. It smells nice as well. You can have your 90 grand.
James astounds me on a daily basis. He goes for deals that I know most people wouldn't even consider.
I'm happy to present you with an offer of 100 grand.
Whoa!
God, I'm good.
Blow your own trumpet.
But James must rely on staff
Can't be late tonight. Sorry, I'm going at 5.
What?
to take nothing at face value.
Oh, it stinks.
It's 2 million quid.
I don't know,
nearly.
that's not... So how much?
2 million quid.
It's the start of a new week at the Hatton Garden Shop and the inbox is already full.
I can't even get onto my emails. I think I've got about 50, 60 emails I need to look at. I've got bags piling up and coming out of my ears.
Just had a really nice inquiry. A woman who's got a large collection of bags. Some of them hardly used. It's all designer names. She's going to bring them into the store. So Patrick is a bit busy over there, but it's going to be a nice one for him.
Patrick's busy. He'll be busy till the end of the year.
He's going to end up with bags under his eyes.
The designer handbags are owned by 49-year-old divorcee Stephanie from Surrey.
I live here on my own and I love it. It's mine and it's all girly.
Stephanie's dedication to her career as an operations manager has paid off.
This is my lounge. I love it when I have the open fire on. It's so cosy. Love it, love it, love it.
Her home has all the extras and is in one of the most sought-after postcodes in Surrey.
We put a bottle of champagne on the diving board and a bowl of strawberries on the steps, and our incentive is to swim one length, have a drink, swim back again for a strawberry.
Any remaining spare time is spent indulging in retail therapy.
So this is my room. There's a bit of a shoe thing going on in here. These are mainly work shoes, so mainly black. Probably around about, I'd say, 24, 30 pairs in there. Up here, there's some of the nicer pairs, so it's Gina, Yves Saint Laurent, Jimmy Choo. People have asked me to try and put a figure on how much I've spent on shoes over the years. Upwards of about £30,000 we're talking about, really.
A further bedroom houses an equally extensive designer handbag collection.
I've managed to fill all 3 rooms and all 3 wardrobes with all my stuff anyway. I think it's quite safe to say that my passion has been shoes and handbags over the past God knows how many years. I have too much stuff, and what I do need to do is stop buying handbags. That's all it comes down to.
Stephanie feels it's time to declutter. She wants to use her designer bag fetish to fund a trip overseas.
I'm actually looking for flights out to Australia and to go and see one of my dear friends.
But choosing which bags to give up isn't going to be easy, so friend Anita has come round for moral support.
Ooh, Aladdin's cave.
Yeah, I know. There's quite a few, isn't there?
You'd have to think about what you don't like.
I like this one.
Really? OK, whatever. She's got an amazing collection of bags, I have to say. Enviable if you're a bag collector, which I'm not, but I'm a very big bag borrower, so great for me. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't want that one.
No, so we should put that there. Okay.
And that one as well, even though it's beautiful.
Is it? I think she's got some sort of calcium deficiency. Anything that sparkles and anything that's pretty, she's like a magpie and she's drawn to it. I know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. You've only seen some of it, for sure. Now you have to think about Is this going to make you money?
Stephanie's hoping to raise £1,000 by parting with 8 much-loved handbags.
I'm actually not looking forward to going into Prestige and dropping them off. There may be a few tears, shall we say?
They can all be borrowed.
Yes.
I'm happy with that.
Oh, hi, Robert. It's James at Prestige.
Designer bags are the pawn shop's bread and butter. And one staff member who knows his leather goods inside and out is Patrick.
I'm known at Prestige as the bag man, and although I don't mind the title, I'm nothing to do with the mafia.
But staff at this shop have to be ready to assess anything and everything.
Napoleon's death mask. It was a little fetish I went through for a while.
Oh, right.
We're over it now.
They must be a jack of all trades to be able to appraise anything that comes through the door.
And at the Weybridge shop, an object's come in that could put Patrick out of his comfort zone.
I just had an inquiry in from a guy called Dave, who's actually used to be a former bass player for Eric Clapton, amongst other people. He's got this really rare guitar, which is called a Fender jazz bass. I mean, basically, I think it's 1962. So it sounds like quite a valuable guitar. I'm not sure what it's worth at the moment.
The guitar is owned by 71-year-old Dave, a veteran bass player.
I've been really privileged to work with some of the best artists in the world, some great ones. I mean, like Bing Crosby, you know, Frank Zappa, Joan Armatrading. I did sessions for The Who. I did night sessions with the Rolling Stones. The love we have inside. The list just goes on and on and on, and it's been absolutely wonderful.
Dave's been using his makeshift studio to work on projects with daughter Jess, who shares his love of music.
Well, I've been mentoring my daughter since she was about 14.
Won't you tell me how I've lived?
Now Dave wants to build on this experience by giving the benefit of his expertise to other young aspiring musicians.
Now I've come to the point where I want to help. I want to put a little bit more back.
But to record new musical talent, Dave needs money to bring the studio up to spec.
We've got a really, really decent system that I can add to, but it's too simple. I need more gear here, and of course it's very expensive.
So he's decided to sell his most valued possession, a rare Fender jazz bass guitar.
There she is. Look at that. Beautiful. Over 5,000 gigs in great, fabulous nick. I've had it since the early 1970s. Any collector would be proud of this. It's got a lot of history. Oh, I'm going to miss it. I was told 5 years ago that that bass was worth between £20,000 and £30,000, and I'd want 20 for it at least.
Today, Dave is taking his much-loved bass guitar into the Weybridge shop.
Hello. Hi. It's not a woolly jumper, is it?
You're Patrick?
Yes, I am, yeah.
All right, well, I called you about a bass.
Ah, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come through.
There we are. Yes. Sweet. That neck is one of the best necks I've ever played.
Brilliant, isn't it?
On a bass, yeah.
It just feels really, really nice.
So beautiful.
It's as straight as a die.
Oh, it's lovely.
It really is
gorgeous.
good.
Yeah.
For that.
I paid £150 for it.
Wow.
That's a lot of money in 71.
In those days, that's a fortune, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think the average working wage is about £20 a week or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm being told that it's worth 30,000 American.
Dollars?
Yeah.
We're looking what?
18
to 20, something maybe like that?
Yeah,
around
yeah,
that figure.
yeah.
But I'll be in touch the next few days anyway, and hopefully we'll have some good news for you.
Fabulous.
All right, great. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks a lot, mate. See you. Bringing the bass in today was a bit of a bittersweet experience for me because I've had that bass since 1971 and it's been with me like a dear old friend, but when it's got to go, it's got to go.
But will the prospect of £20,000 be enough to outweigh the guitar's sentimental value?
Jowsy wowsy woo.
Yeah, the other ones we saw.
Pawnbrokers often have to tread a fine line between priceless
It's absolutely stunning.
To be honest with you, I've never seen anything like that before.
and worthless.
These are just replicas.
It's not worth anything like that.
Especially when it comes to items with a celebrity connection.
So it was worn by David
Yes,
Beckham.
it was,
It actually belonged to him.
Yeah.
We see thousands of items that supposedly have a celebrity connection, but provenance is everything. If we can't prove the connection, then we can't loan against it or sell it.
It was for somebody in the royal family.
Are you allowed to name them?
No.
At the Weybridge branch, JMO's next client is just arriving.
Hiya.
Hi there. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thanks.
How can I help?
I bought in an autograph for you to have a look at.
What sort of autograph is
It's
it?
a Neil Armstrong autograph.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh, that is pretty cool.
Hoping for a valuation and a sale on it.
OK. And how did you become with this?
My dad got the autograph. He would have been a floor manager at that event where Neil Armstrong was a speaker, and obviously jumped at the opportunity to get an autograph. So yeah.
It's not every day you get some sort of signature from someone that's so highly recognised. What sort of idea did you hope to sort of get?
I think we were hoping for about £600.
Okay. That's a copy of your receipt,
Perfect.
so we'll look after that.
Thank you.
And I'll get in touch with some experts we know in the signature world, so we'll get the best price for you.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
The reason I'd like to sell it is I'd like to get some funds to buy something for my baby, due a baby in February. So unfortunately my dad passed away about 5 years ago, so it's kind of an indirect gift from him. So yeah.
Being a massive Space fan, dealing with the signature for Lacey, I was just hoping so much that we could authenticate it.
Second to autographs, art is one of the trickiest things to assess.
Oh, wow. What do we know about that, then?
The fact that it is definitely blood makes me think that it is genuine.
But James has got just the man for the job.
Lawrence,
I was worried when I hear my name.
I've got something for you. It's right up your street. It's some arts of some naked women. What do you think of that?
Well, sounds good to me.
So we've got a woman wanting to borrow some money, get some works of art. Have a little look at it, see how you get on.
Brilliant. I should look forward to seeing it.
Stoke-on-Trent, home to the owner of the paintings, 29-year-old Shona.
This is the Villas, which is the best house in the world.
A recent breakup has meant she's relying on the support of friends who live in a nearby shared house.
Through here, we've got a big music room. We've got David and Jake jamming today. Oh, yeah. And then you come through to the heart of the home, really, which is the kitchen. It's always full of people. There are 4 people who officially live here, and about 296 that don't. The house is used as like a creative hub for anybody within the community that's got a skill who wants to just come and use this space and draw inspiration from it, really. There's no better place in the world.
But Shona hasn't always lived this way. Her friends have proved invaluable to get her back on her feet after a failed marriage.
It's been tough losing that person that's been there all that time, but my husband is one of my best friends, so he's still there, but I've lost the entire other side of it. Since the split, it has been pretty much that I have just stayed between, you know, friends' houses, and all of a sudden I'm approaching 30, and it's about time now that I start making steps to at least have my own front door for a while.
And Shona's come up with a business plan to fund that new start.
What I want to do with Old Up, ideally, is exactly what the name is. Take something old, upcycle it and make it something new so it's loved again. This is recycling wine bottles into glassware. We've got a shot glass, which is from the neck of a bottle. I've also got wine glasses. The problem I've got with the bottles at the moment is we're having to sand that by hand, and it's taking around about 15 minutes per glass. I need a thinner blade.
To raise the money for the equipment she needs, Shona's decided to pawn the only remaining possessions from her marriage.
This is where I used to live. The key to this is my old house. This is where I lived with my husband, and the paintings are just through here. These are the 3 paintings that I'm going to be pawning. This is the first one, which is Liberty and the Harlequins. It's a limited edition print by Joy Curtin Smith. I think she was nearly £900. This is the second one. This is called Symphony. I think it's absolutely beautifully drawn. It's gorgeous. And the last one here is Kiss. It's all hand embossed, so it's got all the glitter through it here, so it's got no glass over the top of it at all, so that it doesn't take away from the shine.
The prints cost Shona £2,500.
The house is my biggest ever expense, and then it was her, then her, and then this one. These are... I love these more than I love the house. So I need to have them back. I'll work 20 hours a day to make sure I get these paintings back. I don't care.
To get Old Up launched properly, I think around about £500 would be the ideal amount. But I think the most important bit of money that I'm ever going to get is the free set of glasses that I sell, because then I'll know I've done it.
Oh, so that's nice.
That's like the wrong biscuit. Shopaholic Stephanie and friend Anita are on their way with some designer handbags to the Richmond branch.
No. That's nice.
You've got more than enough.
But old habits die hard.
That's really pretty, actually. No.
Anita finally delivers Stephanie to see Patrick.
Hello.
Morning.
How are you, right? What can I
I've
do?
got some bags here I'd like you to take a look at, please.
OK, let's have a look. I'll come out, actually, and have a look at it.
All right, thank you.
So is it...
It's everything in there.
There's a pony skin Anya Hindmarsh.
Yep.
There's another pony skin. You like a bit of pony skin?
I do. That's never been used again.
Right. What are you looking to do? You looking to sell or to loan against?
To sell, please, yeah. Downsizing my collection.
Oh, yeah? Is it large, then?
Yeah. 62.
Oh, that's not too bad.
See, why can't more men be like you?
I don't think that's on this bit, more than 62.
Well, how much are you looking to raise, then?
Anything sort of around about 1,000 I thought would be quite good towards first-class flight to Australia to see my friend.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Actually, they're in very good condition.
Yeah, that's because they've not been used, most of them. They're my babies.
Well, your
I
little
look after
babies,
them.
are we?
If I wasn't here, Patrick, I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't even be looking at these bags now. She'd be sat in a bar down the road and then she'd be saying, "Neats, they didn't give me enough money, so I can't sell them, so she could bring them all home again."
She is afflicted. What I'll do is I'll do some work on them and then I'll give you a value on them, what I can do for you.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you.
Nice to meet you too, Anita.
Take care.
Bye.
After her.
I will.
See you, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm proud of myself that I've actually been into the shop. I feel like I'm being disloyal to them by handing them over to somebody else.
I would say this is the first step on your road to recovery. We just need to go back once this has been completed and you've got your first 1,000 and see if we can raise another.
Yeah, OK. Yeah. OK.
At the pawn shop, everyone has an interest that makes them tick. For James, it's always been cars.
Oh, I'm loving that. Part of the business that I really love is cars, whether it be supercars or vintage cars. Anything with a motor, that's my thing.
I'm going to get arrested in a minute going around sniffing motor vehicles.
Someone who shares James's obsession is 49-year-old Pete from Essex.
Lovely jubbly.
He's hoping that the objects of his affection will be next on James's wanted list.
Believe me, when I'm out in these babies, they do turn heads. I mean, you can have your Ferraris, your Lamborghinis, but have you got one of these? I don't think so. I mean, if you had the money, you can buy them sort of cars with these. If you got the money, you got to find one. I bought one for a garden ornament. It all started from there. Before I knew it, I'd acquired quite a collection.
For Pete's long-suffering wife of 30 years, Melanie, it's all getting a bit much.
Everywhere I turn, there's bumper cars. It started off as just 1 or 2, and then for a while I was told it was 11. It's definitely a hobby that seems to be growing out of control.
Well, if the missus ain't listening, we've got 42, but if she's listening, we've got about 25.
Bumper cars seem to take up most of his spare time. I'm a bumper car widow.
You got one?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Coffee. When it's time to stop is when the missus packs her case and walks out the door. She loves it, really.
I do. Sort of.
I mean, could have been into taxidermy or something like that. I mean, this is nothing, is it? Load of stuffed animals around your house. Yeah, you've got to look after these. Great thing for me is the challenge of getting these old cars back running again. You go to Margate, you go to any of these seaside places, Southend, they keep all their dodgems caged. They're all trapped, going round in circles. Mine are free. They're ready to break free. They're actually having a day out when I take them out. I feel the cars are enjoying it as much as I am. Oh, what a lovely day. A bit of peace and quiet. Beautiful, isn't it? Makes it all worthwhile, really, when you think about it.
Pete has decided to seek a loan on 2 of his dodgems to help fund the restoration of the rest.
I'm looking to get 1,200 basically to help get the stock and put a cash injection into what I see as a future business, really. Don't get any better than this, does it? Eh? I mean, this started as an hobby, but there's a future in this, and you've got to think outside the box sometimes.
But is James a man who'll appreciate these vintage throwbacks? It's the start of a new week at the Hat and Garden Shop.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
You sound like Lionel Richie.
Pete has arrived in London with his dodgems. He's hoping to appeal to James's love of vintage cars.
Hello, I'd like to see James, please. Hi. Oh, James, got something you might be interested in.
Something I might be interested in?
Yeah, I know you like cars and that.
OK, let's have a look.
Let's go.
Cheers, thank you.
Here they are. What do you think, then? No, seriously, what do you think?
What do I think?
I mean, look at the colour.
Yeah, the colour's nice. When I first saw the dodgems loaded on a trailer outside the shop, I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought, what the hell's going on here? Feeling the leopard print interior in this one.
This is very West End, this one.
There's a couple of East End ones in there as well.
Don't be put off by how they look. Yeah. These little beauties all run on electric.
Oh, they've got proper engines in it?
No, they've got generators, so they're hybrids. These are the 2 that I want to pawn so that I can finish off the restoration on the rest of the cars. We'll take them down the park. Don't want to ride them on the roads because you're not meant to ride them on the roads. No. Once you've driven one of these, you won't want a Ferrari or nothing else. You'll want one of them. I can guarantee you.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see where
because your mates ain't got one of these.
No one I know's got one of these.
Unique.
Yeah. Can I bring my PA with me?
Well, I think it's about time she come out and had a...
She needs a bit of an airing, to be honest with you. I can't see Jo coming to work on one of these. She'll zip through the traffic during rush hour in no time at all, wouldn't she? Jo?
You can try, yeah. I haven't done it before like that.
Sorry to interrupt. We've got a Tesla, a couple of cars that come in for a loan.
What do you mean we? You don't know.
Well, I just want to get out of the office. Do you fancy coming over?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Is it an old car?
It's lovely. You'll have a 60, so beautiful.
Why are you letting me do it?
You deserve it. You ain't been out for ages.
Pete's hoping for a £1,200 loan for 2 of his cars to help fund his dodgem fixation.
Oh my God, James!
Better than
Don't, that is not funny.
But first, he's got to win James over.
Brought my engineer with me. You don't mind it?
I'm sorry I might look a bit dumbfounded, but I got told I was coming to have a go in a classic car.
Well, this is it.
When James offered me to get a day out of the office and go for a test drive, I couldn't help but visualise a nice classic car.
Got one each here.
I'll have that one, number 11, if you
OK.
don't mind. I can't believe what you're getting me into.
Because these are a classic, there's no seat belts with them.
Can you tell him, Peter, there is no racing going on?
If I was going to do a loan against the bumper cars, I really needed to test them out. There's no doubt about it, and I was looking forward to it.
You go, James. See you later, alligator. James!
I just looked at James and thought, he's going to make this a competition and think that this is going to be a race.
Stay in the middle.
Morning. Right, no bump.
James!
Have some of that.
So...
All right, I'm sorry.
Listen, there's flicks on the edge of it.
I felt a little bit uncomfortable when I got bumped off the road by Jo, but I soon entered the race again, and I thought I was doing quite well.
Mind where there's people.
Right, sir.
Jesus.
Still right, indicate. Number 11.
Almost. James, this is brilliant, but they need to go a bit faster.
What do you mean? No, this is fast enough.
Have a look at his face now, look. Says it all, look. How can you not enjoy that?
James! Oh, my little dog.
I'll try it, that's it. All right, James, all right, steady, boy.
You were so trying to get ahead of me, it was making me
You've got to go in.
If I was trying, you'd know about it, all right?
Peter's obviously barking mad, to be honest with you. But he's a lovely guy. He's got these dreams and aspirations. I'm not quite sure where they're going to take him.
Really? There's quite a lot of potential in them, surely. But not, I don't know what, though, but there's got to be something.
When we finished riding around the park, I was really trying to work out a way that we could put this deal together.
Depending on that amount, they'll tell you what the interest rate is.
Musical instruments are a growing part of the business.
This is a 1997 Ace Frehley signature model.
And making the correct valuation is no easy task.
It's one of the last original Steinways.
I think I'll be the judge of that one.
One of the things with musical instruments is originality, and if they've been adapted, it can affect the value immensely. But there are exceptions to the rule.
Wow.
There it is. That's a bit understated, isn't it?
Just a bit.
It's not like there's 10 of them out there. There's only one of them in the world.
Patrick's preparing to find out whether the value of Dave's bass guitar lives up to its rock and roll billing.
The owner was a bass guitarist with Eric Clapton for many, many years. And on top of that, it's actually a very rare guitar. He feels it's worth somewhere between maybe 18 to 20,000. My role basically is to get it checked out. Hello, Ron. Really nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
It's been great. This is the guitar we talked about earlier.
OK. How about I take it down to my workshop, we take it apart and try and find out what we got?
That's the exciting bit.
The guitar has to be stripped down to its base components to check it's authentic to its 1960s roots.
Basically, what's your feelings about it?
The logo's original, the tuners are original. It's the original neck with the date stamp on the end.
Oh, really? Great. OK, so is it 62?
It's 62.
Brilliant. OK, that's good.
There's 2 screws been changed here on the low E tuner. The pickups are not original.
Right, he has got the original pickups.
OK. Well, we also think that the body has been refinished at some point, but it's not the original colour. There's lots of internal changes.
Price-wise, how does that affect it? Does it make a
Quite
difference?
a bit, I'm afraid. If it was originally black with original pickups, no changes, then it would be, yes, something.
OK. When Dave turned up with it, I was really pleased. And obviously, I wanted to do my best to get him as much as I could. You never know. I think, you know, I'll twiddle my nose, something will come up.
At the Weybridge shop, JMO's keen to get Lawrence's opinion on mum-to-be Lacey's Neil Armstrong autographs.
What's actually good about this, it's done a lot of the work for you.
Right.
Because all you need to do is Google that particular event and it will tell you who's one of the guest speakers. The only drawback with it is it's been personalised. Okay? But that doesn't matter.
No.
The reason being is that Neil Armstrong always personalises.
Yep.
I'd have no issue with that being a real McCoy. All you've got to do now is get it valued.
JMO double-checks with an autograph expert.
Lovely. No, that's good. Appreciate the assurance that it's all genuine. Well, that was good. Fortunately for us, Mark has authenticated it. The thing is with Neil Armstrong, he's such a legend. I mean, you know, to be one of the few to jump around in space is just nuts, isn't it? Obviously, there will be plenty of people out there, so the market is massive. We can quote some numbers to Lacey, and I'm hoping that she'll be happy with them.
For the owner of the autograph, Lacey, it's a poignant reminder of her late father at a time when she's about to become a parent herself.
I think obviously not having my dad's advice on parenthood is hard to kind of come to terms with. I think, you know, it's going to be an emotional time, we're going to need a lot of support, and obviously him not being here it's going to be tricky. It's at these times in your life when you do think about those who aren't with you anymore, and that can make it even more emotional. However, I do think that a lot of his morals that he kind of brought myself and my brother up on, I'll certainly be using and going by for my child.
I'm just going to give Lacey a call, give her an update on this inquiry. Obviously, it's very unusual for me to deal with signed memorabilia and that sort of thing, but with Neil Armstrong, he's got such an establishment and very highly recognised, so I'm going to give her the news. Let's hope she's happy.
For Lacey and her mum, it's a bittersweet moment.
I just really hope that they've managed to find someone who's interested in it.
Yeah, get something nice for the baby.
Yeah, I'm more excited than anything, and just fingers crossed.
Hello?
Hello there, is that Lacey?
Speaking.
Oh, Lacey, hi, it's James. Prestige, how are you?
Oh, hi, JMO. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Lovely to see you the other day with regards to Neil Armstrong's signature. It was absolutely fantastic to look after it for you. I've done some research and we've got an expert who authenticates signatures. Fortunately, we've got all the bases covered for the authenticity.
Oh, great.
But we've got a figure for you.
Okay.
Which would be for £400.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that sounds, yeah. Perfect.
Is that all right?
Yeah, we're really happy to accept that offer, so yes.
Oh, brilliant.
Great, perfect. Thanks, JMO.
Take care, Lacey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yes. Good.
So, 400. That's good. It is good. Very good. I think was probably hoping for slightly more, but it's certainly going to help and buy something very significant for the baby.
I'm really happy that Lacey's father could contribute towards the baby. It's sort of be nice if they can buy something maybe that they can keep and pass on.
29-year-old Shona has enlisted Lawrence's help to carry in her 3 paintings. She's hoping to raise enough money to fund a new start-up business.
If you ever look at a painting, it's not the first thing you always do.
Go on.
Don't look at the front. Seriously, always look at the back.
Right.
Because that's where the story is. So these are actually prints.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're lithographs, basically. OK. If that had been a painting, I might have had gallery stickers all over it, so it tells you where it's been or where it might have been to auction. I've seen these pieces before. Is it part of a collection that's called Fire Dancers?
Yes, yes,
Is that
it is.
Yeah.
My favourite one is that one. Is Liberty and the Harlequins. She'll always be my favourite.
It's very theatrical with the masks and everything in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, there seems to be a lot of breasts around. I think James will love this.
To be fair, it is the one thing everybody who's seen them has
Yeah.
commented on it, and I've never really noticed before.
What sort of loan are you looking for?
I was looking at about £500. That £500 is really what will get my business off the ground.
What I'll need is a few days to actually look at them and come up with a valuation.
Perfect.
And fantastic. Well, lovely to meet you.
You too. Thank
Good
you very
on,
much.
That's
See you
just made my
later.
day.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
Shona. Bye-bye.
That went really quite well. He likes the paintings, and so hopefully within a few days I'll know when I can get the business kick-started. So it's going to be a nervous few days waiting.
What do you think of these, JMO? Prints.
Wow, they're pretty pert, aren't they?
Pretty what?
Pert.
I've never really noticed the risky subject matter myself. I just saw them as something that was nice and would go in my house lovely.
Oh, I might have to sit down. Hang on.
Well, JMO's reaction to these slightly risque prints was to go like Benny Hill.
If it keeps them happy, if it makes the day go quicker, then brilliant.
Get to work on those.
James and Joe are still mulling over the commercial potential of the bumper cars.
I like the idea, and I think he's got something there.
If they were absolutely mint, in pristine order, and they're a real collector's thing, then I'll be on them straight away. Joe, who's usually quite steady on these things, was actually trying to talk me into getting a deal done. It was unbelievable for her.
In Essex, Pete's on tenterhooks waiting to hear James's final decision on the 1970s Dodgems.
What I'm looking for, the £1,200 is just basically to get us started and get some of the cars on the go. Here we go. Hello?
Peter.
Hello.
How you doing, mate? It's James from Prestige.
Hello, James.
How are you? All right.
How's your cars?
Lovely. You're all looking good.
They're all buffed up and
Looking good, are they?
yeah, a bit wet.
A bit wet.
So how are we doing then?
Well, Peter, look, me and Joe.
We loved them to pieces, and it was a great experience, and we've been giving it a lot of thought.
Yeah, and they are wonderful items. There's no doubt about it. But
I think, from our point of view, I don't think we're going to be able to help you.
really to do with the condition of them. If you had brought me bumper cars that had been fully restored,
in mint condition, that were on the button, all finished off, then I would have been interested.
because I think they're quite a thing.
And they're only going to appreciate.
Appreciating value.
Yeah.
But at the moment, in their current state, I can't see us being able to.
Facilitate a loan against them.
Never mind.
Okay, mate.
All right, onwards and upwards. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
How did he take that?
He took it all right, actually.
Because it's a great idea if they looked really good.
One part of the business I love is meeting people like Pete who are passionate about ridiculous things like bumper cars. It makes the business worthwhile.
Despite James not being interested, we're not deterred. We're going to carry on. This has got wheels on it and we're ready to roll.
It's the end of a busy month at the pawn shop and James has decided to cast himself in the role of fashion guru.
Seen what you got on?
I love this shirt.
What I'm happy with Jo is she's willing to go on this art course that I've sent her on. She thinks she's Picasso.
Smile.
How's it coming along? All right.
It's pretty much you when you've made an effort. Engelbert Humperdinck. I bet he wore his shirts open like that.
In Croydon, bassist to the Stars Dave and wife Z are finding it difficult to divorce the £20,000 they want for the guitar from its history.
You know, I've had that guitar since 1972, I think. I feel sad now because it's I don't know, it's...
It was part of you.
Exactly. So it's been constant companion.
It's been on an awful lot of special records.
Thousands of hours. Great records, you know, Joan Armatrading and Eric Clapton. But there we are. I need the money.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, Dave. It's Patrick from Prestige.
Oh, hello, Patrick. How you doing?
But overall, it's a lovely guitar. I mean, the provenance with it and everything, I think, is excellent.
Yeah.
There's a history with it. Unfortunately,
Actually, it's not original inside.
It was never meant to be a collector's bass. It was a working man's bass.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
but they took it apart yesterday. They were very thorough with it.
Everything else is okay, but the overall consensus is because it's not original.
It
Right.
really has unfortunately affected the value.
Okay.
The bits inside aren't original.
I mean, I know you were looking for about 18 to 20, weren't you?
Yeah.
We're not anywhere near that.
Oh.
As it is
Uh-huh.
currently. But we're not looking.
Anywhere near that sort of figure, unfortunately.
Okay, what are you looking at?
We're looking
Around about the sort of 3 to 3.5, 4,000 maybe.
Nowhere near. I couldn't let it go for that.
No, I understand why as well.
It's a bit of a relief, actually.
How is it?
Yeah, it is.
Why's that?
Well, because I love it.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'm sorry it's not a bit better news for you.
Patrick, that's fine, mate. I've
All right.
really enjoyed meeting you guys.
All right.
And I'll be in touch.
All right, mate.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye.
Cheers, bye.
Yes.
I was disappointed that I couldn't achieve the figure that Dave was looking for his guitar. But in a way, it sort of worked in his favour because I think generally he didn't really want to sell that guitar.
So I get to keep it.
And play it.
And play it. I
Get
will.
it out and
I will.
play it.
No, it's good.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, well. That's all right. And we'll do something else with the studio.
We'll find a way.
Yeah.
It's not unusual for the pawn shop to come across clients who find swapping their possessions for cash a bit of a wrench.
We've got to make a sacrifice, and this is a sacrifice, you know, we've
decided to
make, really.
We see some weird and wonderful things on a daily basis, and it amazes me how some people can be so sentimentally attached to some of these items.
Do you run around doing the right thing, but...
Yeah.
For shopaholic Stephanie, her handbags are much more than just designer accessories.
I can't explain it. It's a very strange feeling when you are actually emotionally attached to inanimate objects.
They are on their way to the Richmond branch. Stephanie's trying to kick the habit of a lifetime by selling the objects of her desire.
We're about to go back in and see Patrick and see what he's evaluated my bags at.
This, I think, is an interesting, let's leave some on. It's actually a really nice little bag. This is the money piece, really. The others aren't really worth big money, but this is the one that's probably got more value in it.
I'm only looking for about £1,000, which is a fraction of what they've actually cost me to buy. I'm quite nervous. I think my separation anxieties have started already. Hi, Patrick. Have you had a chance to look at my lovely handbags yet?
Yeah, it was interesting actually. I did quite a bit of work on these. Overall, the condition on all was really good, so it's quite nice to do that. Pony skin, calf skin, call it whatever skin you like. Value-wise, it was okay. Do you remember what you paid for that?
I think that was around about 500-600, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not giving you anywhere near that for it.
No, I didn't.
Never mind, but that's okay. Now, this one is lovely. I mean, it's beautiful condition inside. It's never been really used. So that's good.
Okay.
This Dolce & Gabbana, I think, is actually a quite nice bag. Do you remember what you paid for that?
I honestly can't remember. I was actually out with friends for lunch, and it was one of those drunken shopping purchases.
Okay, so we'll call that 10 quid then.
Okay.
The Mulberry, perfect condition, you know, so that's okay. I think the real star of the show is the Stingray Skin YSL bag. The quality of this is really nice.
This one here,
Yeah.
I don't want to sell it. I want to give it to you.
Really?
How
Yeah,
nice is
'cause
that?
you like that one.
Can I pawn this?
Put it back to around the back door.
I said I surprised you.
Thank you.
That's a nice
Really?
Overall, with everything considered and that bag being taken out of the equation now,
Yeah.
come up with a figure.
Okay.
I can get to your £1,000.
Thank you very much. That's lovely news. Thank you. Now get me out quick before I change my mind.
Very
I'll
much.
see you with the other bags late next week.
Yes, possibly, yes. Thank you, bye. I'm really, really pleased that Patrick came up with the sort of figure I was looking for. Not only I can go and see my friend in Australia and give her a big hug, but I can also travel there in style as well, which is lovely.
I think there's a lot of women out there who have very large bag collections, but I think with the way the past few years have been, a lot of them are realising now they need to actually stop having them sitting in the bottom of their wardrobe and actually turn them into cash.
I think I might have a bit of an addiction now. I've got my first one.
Assessing art at the Hatton Garden Store has become a daily task.
Something not right about this. Do you know what I mean?
How would you know? You haven't got a clue if that's all right or not.
It's really light. I can go around spreading malicious rumours like that, whether I would know whether it was. Of course I'd know. We see a lot of art coming through the door, and it's a very tricky area, especially when it comes to appraisal. There's so many fakes out there, it's unbelievable.
In Stoke-on-Trent, Shona is hoping the pawn shop will agree to a £500 loan to fund her fledgling recycling business.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but we're absolutely desperate to get the right equipment to make sure that this can go out to market and you know, start this new chapter in my life.
But before making a decision, James has decided to call in art expert Ben to get an accurate valuation for the prints.
Shona's art was obviously extremely eye-catching, but art can go in and out of fashion almost on a yearly basis. One year it can be worth a small fortune, and the next the prices can plummet. What do you think?
Joy Smith, her work used to be very, very popular. How many are there?
3.
Okay. So that's quite nice.
I like that one, but also I like the...
Oh, nice frame. That's actually quite a nice one. I didn't notice that. I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, that's it's a popular one. The Kiss, I believe it was called. They're more popular and worth more than the ones behind glass. They're all limited editions. They're all signed Joy Smith. They were very, very highly prized pieces back in the day when they were done. They're slightly out of fashion now, but they're still the collector base of Joy Smith's work.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lawrence. Cheers.
Cheers, Ben. Basically, I think we know where we are. Give her a call and present her with the offer, and we'll
go from there.
We'll see if she takes it.
OK, cheers, James.
Cheers.
I'm really, really nervous about the valuation. I just want to get on and get this up and running so that you know, that I can get started and start looking for my own place and just have some sort of settled existence for a little while. I'm really hoping that it does come with, you know, with at least the £500.
Hello, is that Shona?
It is, hiya.
Hi, it's Lawrence. Sorry it's taken a couple of days longer than I thought to get back to you.
No?
But I must admit, it's a bit of a struggle. I must admit, Prince is something we don't usually take on because it's a lot of hard work. And originals are far easier and obviously far more money. Now, we can do the money you want. We can loan £500.
Brilliant.
And are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic. I'm absolutely... you can't imagine how happy I am with that. You really can't.
OK.
That's really, really good. Thank you so much.
Are you welcome? I'm so glad we could help you.
Have a good weekend.
Same to you, Shona.
All right, speak to you later. OK, bye. Bye-bye. I'm proper happy. I have got the full £500, which just means that I can do everything that I need to. By Monday, I can have the saw, so I can get the bottles finished. I can. It just means that everything can start now.
I mean, I really like Shona. Usually it would have been a no-no, but it wasn't a great amount of money, and I really enjoyed giving the money she wanted. That was a good day.
I'm speechless for once. But yeah, that's ace. That's really, really, really good.
We deal with huge sums of money, but sometimes relatively small figures can be life-changing for some of our clients, and it can enable them to move on, and that can be very rewarding.
I'm dead happy.